Jai Shri Ram. Welcome and Namaskar. With Nitin's grace, let us begin today's satsang by taking Naam 3 times. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. For those in Zoom, please turn your video on and keep it on throughout the entire session. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. We'll now be reading February 15th Pravachan. Jai Shri Ram, Meena, please go ahead.
श्रीराम. जेथे नाम तेथे मी आहेच. मला नामात पहा असे मी म्हणतो. याचा अर्थ मी देहात नसून माझी वस्ती नामातच असते. कारण आपले मन जिथे असते तिथेच आपण खऱ्या अर्थाने असतो. समजा तुम्ही यात्रेला गेला आहात, पण मन घराबद्दलच चिंतन करीत असेल तर तुम्ही देहाने क्षेत्रात असलात तरी खऱ्या अर्थाने घरीच आहात असे नाही का होत? त्याप्रमाणे तुम्हाला जर कोणी विचारले की तुम्ही नेहमी कुठे असता, तर आम्ही नेहमी विषयातच असतो असेच सांगावे लागेल. ज्यांना जे जास्त आवडते त्यातच ते असतात, हे खरे ना? मग तुमचा गुरु कुठे आहे असे जर कोणी विचारले तर तो नामात आहे असेच म्हणाल ना? म्हणून जिथे नाम चालू आहे तिथे मी आहेच. जो नामस्मरण करतो त्याच्या मागे पुढे मी उभा आहे. शास्त्री पंडित म्हणतात की आमच्याकरिता ज्ञानमार्ग आहे, पण त्यांच्या लक्षात येत नाही की तो अत्यंत कठीण आहे. त्यात अभिमान नष्ट होण्याऐवजी वाढण्याचाच संभव जास्त असतो. ब्रह्म सत्यम जगत मिथ्या हे तत्व त्यांच्या बुद्धीला पटते, पण त्यांच्या अनुभवाला मात्र येत नाही. जग मिथ्या आहे असे ते म्हणतात, पण आपल्या देहाला मात्र सत्य मानतात. नुसत्या विचाराने देहाचे मिथ्यत्व अनुभवाला येणे अत्यंत कठीण आहे. कर्मठ लोक म्हणतात की आम्ही आमच्या कर्ममार्गानेच जाणार. आमचा नामावर विश्वास नाही. आम्ही वेदांनी घालून दिलेली बंधने आणि नियम याचे पालन करणार. असे म्हणून ते बंधने आणि नियम यांचे इतके काही पालन करतात की ते बंधनालाच सर्वस्व मानतात. त्यांच्या हे लक्षात येत नाही की ईश्वर प्राप्ती हे साध्य असून बंधने आणि नियम हे साधनरूप आहेत. साध्य साधण्यापुरतीच बंधने पाळायला हवीत. फुलझाडांची बाग रक्षण करण्यापुरतेच तिचे कुंपण सांभाळायला हवे, पण ते कुंपणालाच सर्वस्व मानतात. त्याला खत पाणी घालून वाढवितात. आतल्या बागेकडे लक्ष देत नाही. वैदिक कर्माने चित्तशुद्धी होते हे मी मान्य करतो, परंतु ज्या भगवंताची प्राप्ती व्हावी म्हणून चित्तशुद्धी करायची त्या भगवंताचे अधिष्ठान जर वैदिक कर्मांना नसेल तर कर्ममार्गाचे पर्यवसान कर्मठपणात होते. नामावर विश्वास नाही असे ते म्हणतात, पण संध्येच्या किंवा कोणत्याही वैदिक कर्माच्या सुरुवातीला ओम केशवाय नमः असे म्हणतात. ते नाम नव्हे काय? वेद म्हणजे भगवंताची स्तुती होय. ती करीत असताना आपले लक्ष शब्दांकडे नसावे, त्याच्या अर्थाकडे असावे. अर्थ न समजला तरी भगवंताकडे असावे. बोधवचन. रामनाम हे ओंकाराचे स्वरूप आहे. ते सर्व कर्मांचा आणि साधनांचा प्राण आहे. श्रीराम.
Jai Shri Ram. A reminder, if you would like to speak, I'll be unmuting you and then muting you when you are finished. You will only need to raise and lower your hand electronically. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. We will now open the session for any questions, contemplation, thoughts, and shares of His grace. For those joining via live streaming, if you have a question or would like to share, you may use the interactive button on his website to join the Zoom meeting. After speaking, you may remain in Zoom until the end of the session. As a reminder, before entering Zoom, please mute the volume of your YouTube live streaming. Jai Shri Ram.
जय श्रीराम अनुपमा.
Please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram Nitin Dada, Sashtang Namaskar. Jai Shri Ram to everyone. Today I would like to read one story about Bhausaheb Ketkar, a disciple of Sri Maharaj who lived a sublime spiritual life in the married state. This story tells us how strongly Bhausaheb believed that everything that happened at the time of his son's marriage was by Sri Maharaj's wish and was for the welfare of all. Bhausaheb was blessed with 9 full years in the company of Sri Maharaj. Bhausaheb possessed the art of self-surrender to an eminent degree. Because he had offered his entire worldly life at the feet of Sri Maharaj, he became completely detached from all mental entanglements. His third son, Ramchandra, who is known as Tatyasaheb Ketkar, began receiving marriage proposals as was customary at that time. In Sangli, there was a wealthy and respectable gentleman named Gokhale. Although Tatya Saheb's education wasn't extensive, he liked Tatya Saheb very much. Gokhale approached Bhau Saheb for the marriage proposal of his second daughter with Tatya Saheb. Bhau Saheb said, "First show the girl to Sri Maharaj. If he approves, consider that we approve too." Accordingly, Gokhale took the girl to Gondavli. When Sri Maharaj saw her, he gently moved his thumb across her forehead and immediately approved her. The wedding date was set and it was decided that the ceremony would take place in Gondavli. So the Gokhale family arrived there with all preparations. The wedding was scheduled for the morning. That day morning, Sri Maharaj went into his room and lay down. As the wedding hour approached, Sri Maharaj was still resting and the ceremony could not begin without his presence. In this unusual situation, Gokhale approached Bhausaheb and said, "The wedding time is near, but nothing seems to be happening. What will you do now?" Bhausaheb replied, "Here the custom is that Sri Maharaj wakes up on his own. No one disturbs him. If this doesn't suit you, you may do as you see fit. I won't mind. But I will not proceed with the wedding until Sri Maharaj wakes up." The Gokhale family only knew of royalty as Maharaj. But this new Sri Maharaj, who wore a loincloth and preached the chanting of Sri Rama's name in a village like Gondavle, seemed entirely different. Yet the girl's father had firmly decided to give her to Bhausaheb's family, so they too accepted Sri Maharaj's ways. The girl had been waiting, sitting here there after worshipping Gaurihar. While she continued her prayers, evening slowly set in and the poor girl went into sleep. By 7 o'clock, Sri Maharaj finally got up and came out of his room, opening the door as if he knew nothing about what was happening. With an innocent expression, he said to Bhausai, "Bhausai, what is this? There is a wedding in our house today, isn't it? Why didn't you wake me up? Now at least finish things quickly." Suddenly, everyone began rushing around. For the groom, they brought out Sri Maharaja's horse named Batasha, decorated beautifully. Tatya Sahib was seated on the horse, and Sri Maharaj himself held the reins. That was only natural because, first, Batasha was extremely mischievous and wouldn't allow anyone except Sri Maharaj to ride him peacefully. And second, once Sri Maharaj accepted someone as his own, he never held back in showing affection. All the religious rituals continued until midnight, and only after that did the actual wedding ceremony happen. A skilled astrologer had come along with the Gokhale family. He checked the panchang to see what kind of time it was when the wedding happened. He found that it was an Amrit Vela, a highly auspicious moment with a perfectly favorable muhurat. What I learned from this story, when things happen in our lives in a certain way, they happen as per wish of Sri Maharaj and are for our well-being. As Sri Nitin Dada always say, this is a matter of constant study and which is possible only with constant Namasmaran. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram Madhukar, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram Nitin and Jai Shri Ram to you all. Today's pravachan, Shri Maharaj says that wherever Naam is chanted, I am there. So my share is about, again, connecting the dots from the past. Whenever there has been anxiety or I would call restlessness, and as per Nitin's guidance, because he is in Naam, so whenever I'm with him, there's a degree of calmness, degree of, I would call it quietness. So the anxiety kind of becomes less. That's what I had noticed. But when circumstances happen, when I'm, let's say, driving and there is something going on which makes me really anxious, as per his guidance, when I'm chanting or taking his Naam, all of a sudden that anxiety becomes a lot less. It becomes, in fact, the situation stays the same. You're going on the same road, the same thing is happening, the blizzard is going through, but you feel a degree of calmness. Your body may be a little bit shaking, but you're still at peace. So that was the power of the Naam, as he says, because he's there in it. He's there in it. So this is another share I have, which happened many years back, close to about 25 years or so back. We are coming to India. I'd shared this before, but it's a very powerful experience he gave me, because he had always said before going the trip that make sure you take Naam. And there were the early stages, and I was trying my best to take Naam at that time. And we had gone, so I'll make it short. We had gone in South India, and we were coming back late night, and we were with the kids in a taxi, and I was sitting in the front with my son, and Shaku was in the back, and the door got slammed, and my thumb was sandwiched between the door. So I was in extreme pain. But then we had about almost a 4-hour ride from Bangalore to Vellore. So I was in extreme pain, but I had there's nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything because everybody was super tired. So I remember what Nitin had said, just take Naam. And I was chanting, I was taking that Naam, not necessarily because I liked Naam, but because I wanted to get relief. I was just taking it mechanically. But the amazing part was that after 4 hours, when we reached Vellore right after midnight, Bangalore after midnight, and I thought my thumb was gone because it was so painful getting sandwiched between the door in the car. But I looked and it had only become red and there was nothing there. And so the power of Naam is he gives us, again, the degree of calmness and the degree of peace it gives me. Because it's his presence, as said in today's pravachan, that wherever Naam, tethe me, as Maharaj says, the same thing here, you get that experience. But so I need to stay more and more so I can get his more experience, tangible experience more and more. So just wanted to offer this at his feet. Jai Shri Ram Nitin.
Jai Shri Ram Meenal, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram Nitin Dada, Sashtang Namaskar. Jai Shri Ram to all of you. This is my share is just recently I just visited to India, that is with Dada's grace. So while coming back to Sydney on the airport security check-in, they stopped me for checking my bags. So as usual, I got a lot of things like all the pickles my mother prepared, then a lot of masale and everything, like what not. Like from India means like lot of stuff we bring. So same thing I did. And then while coming from Gondavle, I picked up the Shri Ram Goda masala, that is like amti masala. So all these things were in my bag, and I knew that they are definitely going to check. So I just made one bag so that she can just open one bag, not like every single bag. And then she was started checking, and then there were some everything she first threw in her bin, like all the pickles and everything she threw it. She said like there are no stamps, there is no English name, nothing, so you can't take it. I said like every time I go, I always bring it, and how can I put stamp when my mother is preparing the pickles? She said I don't know, but you can't take it inside. Now rules changed. So I was so upset and all these things. And then she started throwing everything one by one. Then there was one Rajgira peat. Now she asked me, it was like whitish color. So she asked me, what is this? I said like, I don't know in English that time what to say, what is Rajgira. So I said, it's a fasting flour. We make something, we make food with this flour. She said, I believe like fasting means you shouldn't be eating. And you're saying like on fasting, you're eating this. And then I started arguing kind of. My husband was a bit panic. He said like, just leave it, just throw, let her take. And then she said, I can't take you inside this one. You have to throw. And I just threw everything. I was really upset, and all this happened. I came back and I thought like I didn't have anything. And when I unpacked my bag and I found that Shri Ram Goda Masala was still there. And luckily, I mean, I don't know how she forgot that or missed it, but there is no English name, there is nothing. But it's Shri Maharaj grace. Like, thank you so much. At least I got one sana from India. Thank you. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Anupama, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram Nitin Dada, Sashtang Namaskar. Jai Shri Ram to everyone. I also have a share from my last India visit. It is about Ayodhya trip and how Dada correctly or perfectly planned the timing for that trip to happen. So what had happened at very last moment, we decided that we are going to Ayodhya in our this visit. So it was a customized tour, and I was thinking about two time frames. Like we can start on 7th or 8th of December, or the following week, like 13th of December. So finally, it was decided that we will go for 13th. So everything was planned, flights were booked, and from 2nd December, Indigo's widespread operational disruption started. It was a massive scheduling crisis, and more than 4,500 flights were cancelled over the next 10 days. So imagine if we would have planned that in earlier week, the Ayodhya trip wouldn't have been possible at all. But with His grace, it happened. We made the next week's planning, and the trip was done. Then next part is how He gives us indication at every step that everything is going to be fine. So the day of departure came, and we had a flight from Mumbai, and we had to travel from Pune to Mumbai to catch the flight. So we started in the morning, and I started chanting continuously in my mind. And when we came near Lonavala, the traffic stopped, like it came to a complete standstill. And we came to know that there was a accident nearby, and we were clueless for how much time we are going to be there. And I realized that the car which was in front of us had a sticker of Ayodhya's Ram Mandir and with written Jai Shri Ram. So it was an indication like, yes, we are going to reach Ayodhya. So after 40 minutes, I think the traffic started moving. And as we came near Mumbai, again, same huge traffic. And I started preparing myself that we may not reach airport in time and we may lose our flight. But with his grace, we reached airport in time. The flight was also on time, no delay. And we reached like Patna safely. And what was our tour started at Gaya and then Varanasi and the last part was Ayodhya. So trip went very well. In Ayodhya also we had divine darshan of Ram Lalla. Everything was smooth. Then last part. So departure flight. So we had a flight at Lucknow airport and we had to travel from Ayodhya to Lucknow. And at that time, there was huge fog throughout the Uttar Pradesh state, and therefore those bad conditions due to that bad conditions, many flights were getting cancelled either or delayed. And we had our flight in the afternoon, like 4 p.m. So there was a scope that the conditions would improve. So we reached airport and again there was no delay. Flight was on time and we reached safely Mumbai. So this is how Nitin Dada planned and carried us like a delicate flower throughout the journey, throughout the whole trip. Again, Sashtang Namaskar to Nitin Dada. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram, Meena. Please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram, Nitin Dada, Sashtang Namaskar. Jai Shri Ram to all of you. So, like how we are talking about Sri Maharaj's plan, even like how Anupama mentioned in her story, Sri Maharaj's story, everything is planned according to Sri Maharaj's wish. So I just remember it was very, very long time, like in 2006, and they were like my life was like every time like on his mercy. That is for definitely for sure. Nothing happened because of without him. Like so, in 2006, there was a on that day, I think 11th of July, there was a Guru Purnima. I was in Mumbai that time. We were living in Mumbai. So I used to work in Churchgate, and on that same day, there was a bomb spot happened in the train. So the story before one day before, I just asked my manager that I need a leave tomorrow. Then he said, no, you can't take a leave, but you can go half day. So I said, okay, fine, I can go half day. And then accordingly, I planned everything. My daughters were very young. I kept them in the daycare. So I planned accordingly. Everything was according to the plan. And around 3 o'clock, I started packing up. My manager came. He said, no, you have to finish this file and then go. I said, no, I had to go. I can't wait today. I have to reach to the Malad. And there was a celebration, Guru Purnima celebration. So he was a bit upset, but then I asked my friend, like colleague, you can you please help me to finish this file? Even she was upset because she had to do extra work on my behalf. Uh, but then after that, she had no choice. I just kept it everything. I rushed, and then I came home. I picked up my girls. Straight away, I took auto rickshaw, and then I went to Malad. There, there were so many people. I didn't have any chance to go upstairs. Like all the time, I was standing there outside on the outside the gate. And in the meantime, exactly on the 5:30 train, local train, same ladies compartment, there was a bomb spot. I didn't even know what is happening outside, but there was like exactly same train, same place, everything same. And my colleague, she also always used to travel with me. She couldn't go because she was completing my work, so she was stuck in the office. So that also Maharaj took care of her, and like somehow, I mean, we both saved kind of. After that, I like in the Malad, there was no place to go upstairs, and my daughters were really young, like 3 and 2 years old, kind of. So from somewhere, one old person he came. My girls were just sitting down, like because their legs were paining. So we were sitting very far, and we were thinking like, what to do? Shall we go back and all? And that gentleman he came, and then he said. Did you go upstairs? I said, no, I didn't get chance to go upstairs. So many people are there. Then he said, come, I'll take you. He took me upstairs. I was able to do Sri Maharaj Darshan, everything. He gave dinner prasad to me. We sat, all three of us, and then after that, then my husband, he was panicking like, oh, where is she gone? Because he knew that that is my same train. But luckily, he said that he doesn't believe. But that time he said, "Tuja Maharajanni वाचवलं," like that. And and every time anything happens, he always says "Tuja Maharajanni." That always touch my heart. So thank you so much, Dada. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you.
Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram, Abhaya, I can't unmute you. It says ask to unmute. Oh. Oh, you can do it. Sorry, you did it, right? You could do it. Yeah.
Jai Shri Ram, everyone. Sashtang Namaskar, Maharaj, Nitin Dada. Sashtang Namaskar to Atma Rame, may everybody's heart. I missed last time, like live. I watched live streaming. I was in India, but I wanted to share something which is more of on a similar basis around, like when you miss satsang, or as an example, like when it happens, whatever happens is right, but like Dada couldn't join the last satsang, the US Australia satsang, or there were a couple of instances in the India satsang that he wasn't he didn't join. And it's when when he's not there, when he doesn't join, that's when you feel it a lot more in terms of how you cannot take anything for granted. So I just wanted to share a couple of other instances as well, because it just reminds you of how important and how much of value, how highly valuable the time that we get with Dada is. So I had said in my last year's Australia satsang that we had, with the first one that we had with Dada. So by grace of Shri Maharaj, I had the fortune to have realized saints in my life since 2001. So it was through so Shri Kane Maharaj of Belgaum. So he's a disciple of Shri Maharaj, and he left his body in 1982. But then the disciples in his parampara, like the realized beings in his parampara, we got our family got a chance to connect with them, and then they have been guiding us throughout the last 20-25 years. And it's immensely and it's very different, as like similar to how everybody here experiences the others blessings. It's very similar. But what we have also gone through is there have been like 3 different disciples, in the parampara. And what happens is sometimes, like when you expect them that, okay, oh, we will go and speak to them, but they are not available. That's when you feel that every time that they actually come and speak to you, or they help you, it's a big grace that you're getting. You can't take it for granted. And there have also been times, like 2 times, when two of those disciples like decided to that they don't want to be in physical form anymore. Their work in that form is over, so they left without any, like similar to Sri Maharaj, right? Like without any knowledge or any expectations that others would have. They just like were not there the next day in terms of the physical body. So it, uh, living through these experiences, I just wanted to share that, like, I feel that we, as in not we, but like I shouldn't take anything for granted. Every single time Dada comes on these satsangs is an extremely very high grace from him. Any question or that he answers is something that he is showering his grace upon us. I can't tell how much of value that is for me, because you know how things get into a routine, and then you kind of say, oh, I'll watch the recording later, or maybe I'll miss it, that's fine, I've got something else to do. But you start taking things for granted, as in me. So through these experiences, Maharaj has taught me that, like, look, every time I realize being is coming into your life, is talking to you, is guiding you, or answering your question, it's his grace that's you are getting. So, and it is coming because of something that we may have done in the past, like of the punya sanchay that we may have. But don't take anything for granted, because things can change very quickly. We have no clue of how anything beyond our five senses work. So just kind of it's a reminder, and it's that message to myself after the last couple of satsangs, that it came back to me saying, look, every single word that Dada speaks, you can't take it for granted. So I just wanted to share that. And since there's no raised hands, I also wanted to share something that Shri Brahmanand Maharaj, Pujya Brahmanand Maharaj has told us, which is he has written Moksha Prapti Se Rahasya, which is the secret part to liberation. So, and specifically, I wanted to talk about the importance of satsang that he calls out in that, like, very clearly. So since there's no raised hands, I'll go ahead and read it. I've translated to, like, try to translate it in English. So firstly, like, Sashtag Namaskar to Shri Brahmanand Maharaj for giving us this, this message clearly while he was in his physical form. The secret of attaining liberation. Those who have a true and intense desire to attain Sadgati, the highest spiritual end, or the supreme state, should constantly and unceasingly remember Ramnam. One should fulfill one's life by practicing selfless and hypocrisy-free devotion to Sri Ram. In this dreadful age of Kali, there is no other means of liberation except devotion to God and remembrance of the Ramnam. Life is uncertain, therefore, one should make a swift and earnest effort to attain fulfillment as early as possible. The greatest means of spiritual attainment is association with saints, satsang. Through satsang, countless people have been liberated. Compassion for all beings, forgiveness, peace, discrimination power, detachment, contentment, renunciation of the path of worldly action, and practice of the path of renunciation. All these virtues are effortlessly acquired through satsang. At the same time, enemies of spirituality, such as lust, anger, and the other six inner foes, as well as pride and ego, are automatically destroyed. Through the glory of satsang, truly the glory of satsang is immeasurable. In the company of saints, there is always discussion of God. singing of divine qualities, remembrance of Ram Nam, and righteous instructions. As a result, the ears of one who stays in such company constantly hear these alone, and through this, the mind gradually becomes one with the Supreme Self. Attachment to sense objects creates bondage, whereas directing the mind towards God results in liberation. The only remedy to prevent the mind from becoming sense attached is constant contemplation of God. Whether rising or sitting, walking or moving, in all bodily activities, even during sleep, unbroken remembrance of Ram Nam should continue. One should never give the mind any opportunity to forget Ram Nam and become attached to worldly objects. One should wholeheartedly call upon and pray to Sri Ram. O Ram, O treasure house of compassion, when will you liberate me? When will I behold your divine form? O Ram, grant me your vision immediately. Without your darshan, I find no peace. Dear Ram, I am a great sinner. There is none as wicked as I in the world. O ocean of mercy, quickly ferry me across this ocean of worldly existence. I desire no worldly perishable pleasures such as progeny or wealth. Grant me only firm devotion at your feet. Let my tongue always dwell in your name. Let my ears hear your divine stories. Let my head bow at your feet. Let my hands worship you. Let my feet circumambulate you. O Ram, I am ignorant and devoid of discrimination. You alone dwell in my heart and awaken love for your feet within me. O Sri Ram, apart from you, I have no support. You alone are my mother, father, relative, and beloved. O ocean of grace, destroyer of ignorance, protect me. Praying with such intense longing, one should surrender to him with exclusive devotion. One should not incline towards sinful paths or engage in sinful actions. One should neither grieve over criticism nor rejoice in praise. Since God dwells in all beings, one should neither criticize nor praise anyone. Women, children, home, land, wealth, as in family, and all visible objects are illusionary and impermanent. One should clearly understand this. God alone is true and eternal. Realizing this, one should spend day and night immersed solely in devotion to Sri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. I just wanted to, relate this back to the satsangs that Shri Brahmananda Maharaj, who again, similar to Dada, like he says, whatever I say is what Shri Maharaj is saying. So the importance of satsang has been clearly called out there. And I felt like so happy. There's no reason. I felt so happy to kind of, join this satsang after 2 months live. It's very different to like doing a YouTube live streaming. You actually feel like you are sitting together with everyone and who has got like, Lord Ram's name in their hearts. It's very different experience. So thanks for like the whole satsang. We think that I think that they happen because it's all set up, but every satsang there's a lot of effort, and things won't happen without Nitin Dada's grace. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram, Rajan Dada, please go ahead.
Sri Maharaj, Dadana Sashtang Namaskar. Jai Shri Ram to all of you. It is Dada's grace I can join the satsang. Because yesterday I changed my PC and it was just not possible for me to connect. I was waiting here from 6:15. And through Abhijit, he gave me some link and I'm here to share with you. This is an experience what we all had on last Bombay satsang, physical satsang, what we had on 10th of Jan. You can name all of us in our life, we are getting all experiences, small.
Looks like he got disconnected. Maybe he'll join again. You can unmute yourself and go ahead. I cannot unmute you. Oh,
Jai Shri Ram. Sorry for the technical slack. I don't know what's happening. I used to have this problem before. Since Deshmukh Kaka, there was some issue, I thought I'll take this opportunity and share something else. So I visited India, or our family visited India last December, and we had this longing to meet Dada in person. We had never met before. So, for those of you who have been in this company for a long time, I really, like you would have done something really wonderful. You got that opportunity. So we would really wanted to meet him in person. So I messaged, we went there on 23rd. I messaged him on 24th of December. And we were going to go to my hometown Mirrors later on 28th. So I thought like it'll be like too quick for him without like on a short notice to meet. So I suggested like we can meet on 27th of December, but that may be short notice or like too early for his other plans. Or we can meet on 17th and 18th of January when we come back from Mirrors to Pune. So he replied saying, no, don't worry, like just come over on 27th. So I was so happy that like it was like really quick that we could see him. So we went there, like everything around that meeting, right? Like in terms of right from the message, he replies back the way it's you can see love for us. Like God bless you, and like simple things that the message appears. So we got a chance to meet him, which was there's a lot of things that we discussed and shared. that was an experience in itself. Particularly, we also got a chance to meet two of our Ramdasi family devotees. Shri Mandarji, like is here. He was also there. Fortunately, we got a chance. He was there from the US, and we also had one more person, Swapnil from Sydney, who had come at the same time. So we met Swapnil the first time actually at Dada's place, which was good. And it's very different, like hearing him right sitting in front of you. It almost felt like he has created a tunnel, like I've zoned out on everything else around, like I don't know who is sitting, what's happening. He's created this tunnel between me and him, like when he's talking to me. That's all I was like in that zone all the time. And the things that he spoke, again, I could remember it like after that satsang very, very clearly. So he made sure like whatever he's telling me, actually it goes in me quite deep. And again, this is what he spoke, but then you never know what grace he has already showered without you knowing. So I just wanted to share that it was a wonderful experience that I had and got an opportunity to meet him. And what happened was we were going to go from Mirrors to Pune on the 14th, around 14th of January. But I had a viral infection. I had a high fever for 3 days, so we postponed. So actually, we couldn't be there in Pune on 17th and 18th. So I think there was a reason that he said, like, come now. That, like, no, it wouldn't have been possible if it was planned for 17th or 18th of January, that weekend. So again, that was his grace that firstly he gave an opportunity, and then he made sure that we come at a point in time where we can actually do it. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram, Rajan Dada. Please go ahead.
Shri Maharaj, Dada Sashtang Namaskar. Jai Shri Ram to all of you. Again, is a testing. Let's see whether the connectivity is there, PC is working. I can share with you. As I was briefing, it's the things which has happened. We can call miracles. You can name anything. But it's really wonderful to see and see Dada's blessings, what we all of us had. This happened on 10th of Jan, satsang, physical satsang, what we had. The devotees who have seen or visited the satsang or attended satsang must have seen, we have a very big Maharaj in a frame form available, which is a very heavy one. And its size is 5 feet by 3.5 feet. So all our Sevites here, we are making all arrangements. And 2 days prior to that arrangements, I got a call from both the devotees saying that this frame is there. And we are discussing this issue with Dada also. The big frame is there, how to support it, how to keep it, so that when the people go there for going down, so it should not get touched, it should not move, because very heavy one. And I was remembering, because that frame I seen in Pune satsang, and I was remembering nothing is the back, and we have to make some small arrangements there so that we can tie it up on a backside stand or a structure. So I had a talk with Aditi saying that if you can check it up, I still remember that you may find some 2 small pinholes, because earlier time we had tied up a plain wire which is stored on backside so it will not move. And we took a permission from Dada saying that if this is the condition, what can we do? Because the frame was in a packed condition. It was brought to Aditi's house, which is very close to the satsang hall. And Dada just casually said, okay, let Mara also get some breeze, because it was packed for a long time. So as if you just open and see. But we never followed his order. Just, what we said is, because it's too heavy. So Prajakta and Aditi, they tried earlier day opening both ends and putting hand from all sides, front, back, everything. And then she called me saying that, yeah, I can see that very small 2 pinholes I'm seeing here, because I put my specs and I can see it. And nothing is there. So then I said, okay, then you go to the hall, see what arrangements they had there. So prior day, 1 day earlier, they had been to there. They given the structure, everything. And that night we had given a message to Dada, asking Dada, the way we have made the arrangements in Pune, I think we have to make same arrangements on that particular day. No reply. We haven't received any reply on that. And 10th morning, when I went there, the moment I entered, Aditi came running to me. Rajan Dada, what happened? I said, what happened? Today morning, we have opened a frame on the satsang hall. Imagine the frame was 5 feet by 3.5 feet. It requires minimum 4 devotees to lift it from ground, to go there, place and pack everything. And she said, do you know what happened? I said, what happened? There are 2 big brackets at the back. I said, what? It's just impossible. She said, Rajendra, morning we were really shocked. Because she was at home, the devotees at the stage, they just called her saying that, Aditi, there are brackets, nothing is required to be made. I said, it's just impossible. So after the satsang, everything was over. We went back, we saw the brackets. I said, how is it possible? And do you imagine what size bracket was there? It was 8-inch steel bracket, 4-inch wide, 8-inch height, properly hooked up. 8 screws were at the back. Is it just impossible? Because we all handled this frame number of times. And then the trigger starts. I said, no, this is, no, I was restless. I said, I had to go back and find out what exactly has happened. And first thing I did it, after the satsang, next day I given a message to Dada. And I couldn't stop myself. So I generally never call Dada, but that day I called Dada. Dada, I said, I'm upset. I'm not getting the clue what's happening here. He said, what happened? Then I wrote a message to him. Dada, we saw this on 10th morning. We saw the brackets at the back, and I still remember the earlier case and everything. And Dada mischievously writing only 2 parts. Oh, it just happened. So that two things are possible. One, the brackets must have put recently, first alternative, or brackets were there and none of you have seen it. No, who has given me 2 choices now? So it's a why for me. I said, look, go back on that. Let's find out what happened. Then it started, okay, what happened earlier. And when we started looking back on that, and one more, Dada has written a line, I feel that when we made 2 frames, the brackets were there. That's what I remember. That is the only one word. I said, if the bracket is there, what has happened? So we started tracking back. So from where the frame came, it came from Vishal. So I talked to Vishal. It went back to Goa. The first satsang, which is 17 months back, which has happened. And when we were checking it, Aditya and Raja told me that frame, both of them could handle it. I said, it requires 4 people to handle. And we said, okay, Maharaj made his weight less so that only 2 devotees can handle. They can put it down, check it out whether the brackets are there and not. Then when I went back to it, we checked with Aparna at Goa. So myself, Aditi, and we had a discussion. I said, what happened? One more thing, new part came. Aparna said, when she took a frame from the wall, she alone taken the frame and put it on the dining hall in Goa. Means see, Maharaj made her weight so less that Aparna alone can do that particular point. They said, do you remember the brackets? She said, I'm not clear whether the brackets were there or not. Then she sent me a photo. The photo clearly indicates on the wall, there are clearly same distance, 2 holes or screws are there. So whatever the big frame was there, it was hung on the wall at that juncture. It was available. I said, then she said, I don't remember what happened. Then he said, the frame is supposed to go from Goa to Pargaon. So Pramod and the group came there, all devotees came there to pack it up. So then I called Pramod. I said, what happened? I said, take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and again you try to recollect what happened. He called me back. Radhana, we had been there at that particular place. When we went there, it was available on the dining table. We properly bubble cap it, wrap it, and moved from there to Pargaon. And number of 3 satsangs happened after that. The incidents which has happened, it was somewhere in August 24. So when the earlier hooks were there on the frame, they were in August 24, what last time Aparna might have seen it because she has given me the photograph of the wall. I could see the hooks. I can see the scratch on the wall also. And then we really don't know. A number of devotees, 3 times, packing, unpacking, traveling, all the places. And the brackets appeared on 10th Jan 2026 in Bombay. Now, the only conclusion I've given to Dada that out of 2 alternatives, the one what you said, the brackets were there earlier, 2 frames were the same, and all the devotees were tested. None of us in the 17 months, we can see such a huge brackets were at the back of the frame. Now, what you want to call? We want to call a miracle in these days, recent days. And then I realized in 26 October 2017 satsang, one of satsangs, Dada was just mentioning, I just got some quotes, that all of us, we are getting experiences of Dada. Every now and then, every small one. Why the experiences given to us? Just to increase our faith. That, okay, he is there, he's taking care of it. But then he says, when the miracles happen, really the saints, they want to do the miracles for us? No. Just to increase our faith and change the faith to Shraddha, these things are required. Now, you just imagine. One of the quotes Dada has given, then when Maharaj was in physical form, he used to travel. 3 times he has traveled across India by walking all the places. And he used to give our blessings, our anugrah to people whom he found that they are ready to accept it. And this was happening continuously. Why? Because Maharaj was saying, okay, let me bless him, let me initiate him. It's his job, the devotee job, whenever you want to use him. Because when he wants to use it, he's having the mantra with him and he can do the progress on that. And same, I can really vouch for it. Whatever satsang in last 16, 18 months we had, Isala Ganesh satsang, the maximum crowd was there, devotees were there, around 450. The Nene Ghat, all small satsang. And the way Dada initiated these people across Maharashtra, at least what we saw, it is nothing but what Maharaj used to do in his physical form. Practically, I'm witnessing every satsang. And the way the namaskars are being taking place and initiations are being done, absolutely, there is no second thought. It's every time myself and Abhijit, at least both over there, we are witnessing it and we have no words. So we are exactly seeing what used to happen in those days is practically we are seeing it. So you can call miracle, you call blessing, you can call any name for that, but it's learning for us. Yes, this can happen today in 2026 also. So Sashtang Dandavata to Dada, Jai Shri Ram to all of you. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram Preeti, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram, Nitya Mama. Jai Shri Ram, everyone. I have a share regarding his protection in my life and also just kind of along the lines of what Ameya Dada was saying about taking for granted his presence in my life. So basic things that I don't even think about, getting up in the morning, breathing, the ability to go to work and come back without there being problems, like getting there in a safe manner. So this experience taught me that all those things I take for granted entirely. So we had some pretty bad ice storms recently here in South Carolina, and we had one ice storm. Then the following week we had a snowstorm that followed. And the second storm, the following Monday, my work got delayed, so I didn't have to go until late, probably around 1-ish. And I was thinking the roads would be pretty clear by then because it was just snow. There shouldn't have been as much ice. Um, so I was heading off to work, and I took one of the main roads, which ideally should be a little cleaner than the local back roads. And I got on the road, and it was pretty clear. And then all of a sudden, ahead of me, out of nowhere, the entire lane, like imagine this is the lane, the whole entire lane was just full of ice, like several cars of ice. And the whole thing happened so quickly that I couldn't even really fully react, like process the whole situation. But I remember seeing in front of me a car get on that ice and do this complete windshield wiper their way on the ice. And then all of a sudden, it just got off the ice and went and got gas. Like nothing happened. And so I had no time. There was no way I could go around that because if I had gone around that, I would have gone into oncoming traffic and crashed. So I had to get onto the ice and go through it. And literally, my car did the same thing where I was just like, I think I'm going to spin out. Like there was just logically, it should have actually spun out. Um, but it felt like someone took his hand and straightened the car and just went like this. And I got off of it and just went to work. And it was one of those moments where I felt like you hear these stories as Rajan Kaka was saying, miracles happening, right? Things are happening around us. And it's easy in the past. I've always blamed, like, or not blamed, but given credit to the source or what I think is the source. Like maybe I say it's his hand, but this person came and helped me, or like he sent that person, or he sent this person to do that, or he made me have four-wheel drive, or it happened to be less icy there for whatever reason. And I kind of give credit to the other thing. And this was like a situation where it was literally just me and him in the car. There was no one there. There was no other medium to come say, XYZ happened. And so I really had to directly thank him. And so what he taught me from this was like, I need to be thanking him directly much more because everybody else is just a medium. He's the one sending that help. And he literally was in control entirely that day. He's in control of everything always, but I take it for granted. This was very much a moment of like, I can take it away if I want, and I can give it back if I want, kind of thing. Um, so I just wanted to say to give my gratitude to Nithimama. Thank you so much for showing me your presence. That was really, honestly, just a really cool experience of you to come and literally show that you were sitting in the car with me, and also like you pretty much were on top of the car, completely getting me through. So the magnitude of your power, I don't even understand it, but I'm so grateful that that I have you. So Jai Shri Ram to you.
Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram Pallavi, please go ahead.
Nitin Dada, Sashtang Namaskar. Jai Shri Ram to all of you. So this happened like few weeks back. There was one message on WhatsApp, like in our temple here, they have Vaman Rao Pai devotees satsang. So Vaman Rao Pai, if you guys might have heard that, he is like more of a philosopher, and he says like, "Tu आहेस तुझा जीवनाचा शिल्पकार," like more positive thoughts and everything. So I was just curious to see how the satsang would be. So it was on weekdays, so we decided to go to satsang. And then we entered the room, and they were like, okay, we will have universal prayer, which they have for their satsang. So the prayer was like, I will say it in Marathi, then I will try to translate in English. So the prayer was, हे ईश्वरा सर्वांना चांगली बुद्धी दे, आरोग्य दे, सर्वांना सुखात आनंदात ऐश्वर्यात ठेव, सर्वांचं भलं कर, कल्याण कर, रक्षण कर, आणि तुझे गोड नाम मुखात अखंड राहू दे. It's like bless all with good health, wealth, be everybody in harmony, and may your name is always there. I'm chanting, maybe that your name is always there. So it was so profound, like even they were playing that prayer for 108 times, but I was chanting Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram in my mind, not that prayer. So it was like such a good lesson. I learned that everywhere you go, there is no need to go around and look for other satsang. So it's everything leads to Nam. So it's such a nice, profound lesson by Dada. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you, Dada. Jai Shri.
Jai Shri Ram Kavita. Please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram, Dada. Jai Shri Ram to everyone. I just want to read my experience about how Maharaj took away my restlessness and fear. So in December, my daughter went to 5 days school trip, and she's in 5th grade, so quite young, and was going to stay away from us for the first time. So I was worried about a few things for a few days before the trip, and the night before she went, I was up at 2:30 at night and couldn't sleep because I was very worried and anxious about how she will manage certain things. And I was reminding myself, Maharaj is saying, आता तुम्ही माझे झालात, काळजी सोपवावी मला, that now you are mine, so leave your worries to me. But I couldn't do it in practice. So still the negative thoughts kept coming. So I decided that so I sat and started doing Namasmaran, but still all the concerning thoughts kept coming. Then महाराज रिअलाइज दॅट ह्या वेळीला काही जमत नाहीये, तर then, Maharaj reminded me of Bhavsaheb Ketkar story, that when he was in critical state due to his hernia pain, Tatya Saheb Ketkar wasn't there, so he told Baba Belsare that tell Maharaj about the situation. So Baba Belsare stood in front of Maharaj's photo and told him. Then Bhausaheb's reaction was, since we have told Maharaj, our responsibility is over. That sentence, "Apli jawabdari sampli," now our responsibility is over, that appealed to me so much that I took my phone, and Dada's photo is there as a home screen. So I told Dada all my thoughts and worries. And the best part is, after telling Dada, every time a negative thought came in mind, immediately came the thought that Maharaj bagun ghetil. He will take care of it. And I felt so relaxed later that just thank you so much, Dada. So thank you so much, Maharaj. And Dada, I pray to you that I can apply this whenever I feel restless or worried in future also. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram, Dada.
Jai Shri Ram Damodarji, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram, Dada. Sashtang Namaskar and Namaskar to all of you. With Dada's grace and blessings, I would like to contemplate on today's February 15th pravachan of Sri Maharaj. In today's pravachan, Sri Maharaj says, I am present wherever Nama is chanted. So just as per our shares here, so we should always feel that he is always with us, provided you chant Nama. That's what he is telling in the pravachan today. I am present wherever Nama is chanted. Sri Maharaj says, when I say you see me in Nama, you may not see me in physical form, but according to one's conceptualization. Just as he says, when you are in a pilgrimage and the mind thinks of home, you are virtually at home and not at there. Now, if you can see, if you go to, for example, in Maharashtra, there is a Ashtavinayak. Most of the 8 temples are there. Some of the temples, it is just, if you go to Ranjangaon, it is just a big stone, that's all. They say it is Swayambhu, it has come like that. So somebody visualizes as Ganesha. And now all these idols are different, but in every idol, we see Lord Ganesha there, because it is our conceptualization, how we look at it. So similarly, if we persist with Nama and meditate on it, we can visualize Maharaj there. If you recall, Dada has always been telling that when you chant, keep Maharaj photo in front of you. Then he says, as your intensity goes up, you can see Maharaj coming live on the photo. He says you can feel the eyes, you can do everything. This is what Dada has told. So it is all in the mind. See, one small experiment, if you see, if you look in the sun, a bright rose flower or whatever, right figure, and then close your eyes and immediately look at a white wall, that rose will appear on the white wall, because it is the mind, it reflects back onto that, it's like that. If you are contemplating on Maharaj and constantly look at his photo, you may look him coming alive in the photo. That's what Dada also has told, that it happens, and then it increases your concentration power. So, Sri Maharaj has given in today's pravachan, he has given assurance that whenever Nama chants, he is right by his side. This is a great assurance he has given. Sri Maharaj says in today's pravachan, the learned and well-versed in Shastras claim that Jnana Marga is the best way to attain God. This path is not only difficult, but also risky, as the sadhaka may get influenced with some pride, which is detrimental to the path of attain God. Because all these learned fellows have some ego, and that knowledge, they think that they know everything. So that itself is detrimental to the path of attaining God. The ritualistic people, on the other hand, meticulously follow all the rites and observances as prescribed in this, scriptures, and it becomes a mechanical process. And it does not have as its basis purification of heart. It is like watering the hedge. without forgetting the main crop inside. That's what he says in today's pravachan. So Sri Maharaj says, Nama is the easiest and the best way to attain God. Now, Nama is glorified in all our scriptures. In Bhagavad Purana, the Bhagavatam ends with the sloka. The last sloka in Bhagavatam is Nama Samkirtanasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Shamanam Tam Namami Harim Param. So this is what is the last sloka of Bhagavatam. The meaning is that by chanting the holy name of Sri Hari, it destroys all sins and relieves all material suffering. This is what is told in the Bhagavad Purana. Now, Bhagavatam is supposed to be the mother of all Puranas. See, once what happened, this Vedavyas Muni, he was looking little dissatisfied. So Narad Muni meets him and he asked him, why are you looking so sad? He said, I have prepared all the 18 Puranas and everything, but it is not giving me mental satisfaction. What I should do? He asked him. So Narada immediately told him that you have written all this is okay, but you have not given an easy path to attain God. And you have not, given enough this thing glorifying the Leela of Lord and his avatars and his incarnation, everything you have not described. So then he meditated on Sriman Narayana and then he wrote Bhagavatam. And he also told Vedavyas that in Kali Yuga, the life of people is very short. So you can't give long ritualistic things which runs for years together. So you have to give a shortcut. So the real shortcut is Nama Samkirtana. That's what the Bhagavatam ends with that sloka. He said, forget everything, take to Namaswaran. That will take you straight to God. This is what Sri Maharaj is saying and all our scriptures telling. So this is what I wanted to share as contemplation. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Minal, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram, Nitin Dada, Sashtam. Jai Shri Ram to all of you. So as I mentioned before that my India trip was all like Dada's planned only. So before that, what happened, like I didn't plan to come to India at all. Like it was never in my mind that I'm going to come this time. And mostly every year, my husband always go in December because they have a 2 weeks shutdown period. So every year he never asks me. He knows that I'm not going to come. So he never asks. But I don't know why this time he was keep forcing me. Let's go together, we'll go. And I was keep saying, no, I'm not coming because even I didn't apply for a leave. And most of the time, this period is like for us, it's very busy period. Like I can't take leave all of a sudden. And he was saying, yeah, I will go ahead, but I will book your ticket, your and my daughter's ticket. I said no, and I was having a lot of arguments and all these things. Why he's forcing me and all these things? After that, like I saw on the website, there is like Dada's physical satsang in Mumbai, and then I was like, oh wow, this is the chance I'm going to. I have to make it somehow because he's in Mumbai, and definitely I will be in Mumbai also. So then I thought like how I'm going to apply for the leave. And then next day I went to office and I just mentioned to my manager, like, can I have some leave in January, first week or second week? Then she said, oh, yeah, you can take leave. I said, I was surprised, like, how come she is so easily allowing me to take leave? And then she said, like, one of the person, he has cancelled his leave. So it's okay, you can take leave. So I got leave from second week of Jan. And then on the same time, the others physical satsang was organized. So immediately I registered, and then I was still waiting, like because the website was they mentioned that up to 31st, 30th or 31st, if you don't receive any email, which means you can come. So I was still hesitating, like, shall I tell my husband or not, kind of. And then on up to 30th, I didn't get any email. So I was super joyed, like, okay, great. Now I'm going to go definitely. So I mentioned to him, he was like super happy, like, how come you suddenly said yes? Yeah. I said, no, it's okay. So many times you were forcing me. So I just thought like, okay, let's go. So he didn't know that. So anyway, this was the best part. Like Dada really planned for this physical satsang, and I was able to experience that chant with him. I'm still waiting. I think long time back he mentioned that they are going to upload the physical chant on the website. I'm still eagerly waiting for that, but the real one also I experienced. And the second one, I just would like to share one more thing. So while coming to India, I carried few dry fruits packets actually with me just to give as a gift to someone. And then there is my cousin sister-in-law, so I gave 2 packets to her. And then when she took it, she just mentioned that whatever comes in, it's Shri Maharaj's wish. And I said, how come you say like that? I gave you, so there is no Maharaj or Dada involved. She said, no, no, you would realize, but I always believe that whatever comes in, it's from Maharaj. I said, okay, forget it. After that, I forgot totally. And then just 2 days before, she called me here and she said, like, do you remember I said this way? I said, yeah. Then, like, she explained to me that every month she goes to Hebri. She has taken Anugrah from Hebri. So she goes to that temple and she thought like this time she will carry those 2 dry fruits packets and offer in the temple. So she took it, she had darshan and everything. And after that, it was in her purse. She didn't remove it. She forgot actually. And she was sitting outside. And then one devotee, he came to her and he said, like, can you come to my room? He was just next to that Hebri temple, one of the rooms. So he asked her to come, and she and her son, they went upstairs. He had such a big Shri Maharaj photo, all these things. And then he said like a few things, and then he said, can you take out all these the dry fruit packet and keep it in front of Shri Maharaj photo? And she was surprised, like, how come he knows I have a dry fruit packet? And then first she thought, okay, I'll take one only. So she kept only 1 packet. And then he said, no, no, Maharaj already told me that you have 2 packets, so you keep both the packets here. And then she started asking, like, how come do you know, how do you know about this? So he said, like, when he was doing meditation, I mean, in the chanting, normally he never give any prasad, he never offer any other prasad than dry fruits. So his dry fruit stock was getting finishing. So he mentioned in the meditation that Maharaj, my dry fruits are getting over. So how can I do that? How can I offer you prasad? And that time he said, like, one lady will carry 2 packets. You can have it. And that time he said, like, I knew that you will be the person, and that is how it happened. So there is a reason always, like, whenever we are arguing too much, it's a lesson to me. We are arguing too much, it's his plan, so we just have to go. Because from all from Sydney to Mumbai to Hebei, I just had to carry those dry fruits only for him and for attending the physical satsang. It's such a great plan. Thank you so much, Dada. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram, Mummy, you can unmute yourself.
Jai Shri Ram, Dada. Jai Shri Ram to everyone. So just kind of referring back to some of the shares in this satsang as well as like some of the past ones, right? Like we talk about miracles, and then in terms of how we look at it is anything, our mind, like, tries to differentiate between what is reasonable and what's outside of standard, like reason that we may think. So anything that's cannot be explained by reasoning, we see as miracles, and anything that we think, oh, we know how it works, so that's not a miracle. And I think what Dada or Maharaj has tried to tell us is, like, either everything is a miracle or nothing is a miracle, because for him nothing is impossible. So nothing can be miracle, everything is possible, or like this, every single breath you take is a miracle. So I think because when Puja Baba Bilsari was writing, or asked Sri Maharaj to see if we can write his biography, Maharaj clearly mentioned, like, do not give importance to miracles, give importance to Ram Nam, like, explain why Ram Nam is important. And I think that kind of brings it back to me around how mind kind of plays with us, that we think, some things are miracles, and rather everything is a miracle, right? Like, so for example, what we heard from Meenal or Rajan Dada, everything is a miracle, like including the way, like, being able to speak virtually, which we kind of assume because we know technology, but no, it's a miracle as well. Like, everything is a miracle. So I think it's more of that, in terms of how Maharaj wants to teach us that, like, keep this aside, but the reason that he brings on such instances is because he wants our wandering mind to increase our shraddha, increase that we convert shraddha to nishtha, that this can happen, because I'm like, who is the real doer? He keeps showing every now and then. That's why he brings these instances in our life where our mind may think it's something outside of reason. That's why, oh, now I believe more in Sri Maharaj. But I think we don't necessarily have to wait for these instances. I don't have to wait for these instances. I should, every day, every hour, I should be increasing my shraddha, through Ram Nam, by offering what he has asked me to do. So I thought, like, just this is just a thought in terms of how my mind kind of sees things differently, but how Maharaj or Dada, they never stress on something being a miracle or not miracle. They always say, this is Rama's doing. So who is the real doer is what they are telling us. And I've got to share in terms of such an experience again, where Maharaj showed me through things outside of standard reason. But what really got to me was the love that he has, and also in terms of who is the real doer, and how do I actually remember him anytime such an incident happens. So like in my childhood, like, I've grown up in an environment where it's there's a lot of pujas being done. I used to sit as a host for like Rudrabhishek or Satyanarayan Puja, and I learned a lot of like stotras and all of that. So when I came here, I met a few friends who actually had learned things in Ved Pathshala. And back in 2019-20, then I thought, okay, since I know parts of it, I want to learn actually how to do puja, so I can contribute to community here, like, as a priest, like, go and tell puja. So I learned it through the COVID times, and then in 2023, that's when after I learned it properly, I had like my number and name put on the Maharashtra Mandal website here, along with a few others. There are already 5 or 6 other people who do this. And I got a call like before the month of Shravan in 2023. A month before that, I got a call from like somebody who looked up and called me from the Maharashtra Mandal website saying, hey, we want to do Satyanarayan Puja. We saw your number. Are you available? So I said, okay, that's good opportunity. If somebody is calling, I should take it up so that I can basically use the learning that I've got from doing pujas. So I said, yes, why not? And like that family was on the other side of Melbourne. Like, so from my house, it's like 70 kilometers, like almost an hour drive. But I said, yes, like if the first time that I want to do puja, we have to start somewhere. Let me start now. So I went there for the puja, and then I was setting up the puja, and like similar to the US, probably, over here it's like common plan, open plan, in terms of like, the kitchen and living rooms are not separate. There's, it's in the same big room. So the lady was, preparing something in the kitchen, and I was doing setup, my puja setup on the other side in the living room. And when I was doing it and she was cooking something, she every few minutes she kept saying Maharajanchi Ichha, Maharajanchi Ichha. After a couple of times I asked, like, whose name are you taking? Like, she said Gondolekar Maharaj. I was like, okay, what's the connection? So what she said was like, I still kind of remember those words. She said, "Mi Maharajancha Vangshatli." So I'm from the ancestry of Shri Maharaj. My grandmother is from Bavar Hire, which is where Maharaj's original family, comes from, and she got married into the family who takes care of Ram temple that Maharaj had set up in Girvi near Marshiras, and she was the granddaughter of those, and she said, like, everything is run by Maharaj in our house. It's all Maharajanchi Ichha. So what that made me realize was, firstly, Maharaj sent me to a place or a family, saying, if you want to do puja, right? Okay, I will accept your first puja. Do it in my family of this birth, of his birth that he took. That's the first thing, that, like, it just shows love. Like, why did he have to do it for me, right? Like, it could be any random, but this was like nowhere, Australia down under here, finding a family who is from Maharaja's ancestry is like, and for me, from those website, all of the numbers that she would call, like, they would call me, and then Maharaj giving me buddhi of, yeah, okay, go there. So that's the first thing, that Maharaj accepted, like, you do first puja at in my family. And the second thing is, he made sure through this experience that every time after that anybody calls me for puja, I always remember, it's a forefront of my mind, like, remember who is calling you, who is sending you there. It's not like just happening just by chance. It's Maharaj. He is like giving buddhi to them that call me, or like, and asking me to go and do a service there. So he made through that first experience, firstly he showed his love, and then showed me who is the real doer, who actually is sending me. So that takes out the ego that, okay, I know something and I'm doing this puja. It's like Maharaj is sending me. It's my service to Sri Maharaj, whoever is the, like, in a house or family. I have to do it because Maharaj is accepting that puja, and I think that makes a big difference every time I go. It's for Maharaj. If whatever I'm doing is for Maharaj. So I think, again, everything is a miracle. So, like, you can look at it that angle, but for me, it's more of that Maharaj made sure that onto my brainy hammered, like, look, who is the real doer here? Jai Shri Ram, Sashtang Namaskar, Dada. Who is the real doer, and also, like, just immense love. Like, that's his Swarup. That's what he is. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram, Nitin. So happy to see you. Jai Shri
Jai
Ram.
Shri Ram.
So glad you joined. Jai Shri Ram. Nitin, there is one question from the website.
Okay.
So I'll ask that.
Thank you.
Jai Shri Ram. Nowadays, the law of attraction is a phenomenon that is talked about in recent times to manifest outcomes that one wants in life. Along with chanting Naam, is there a certain sort of vision or affirmation, as the law of attraction describes, that you believe a seeker must have or inherently believe to manifest God in one's life? Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. There is a fantastic affirmation in our Maharaj's Discourses book. I think it is in the month of July. I think 25th of July. Maharaj in the beginning itself mentions something in Marathi. He says, so in the beginning, he says, संकल्प ही फार मोठी शक्ती आहे. इच्छा जर खरोखर अतिप्रबळ झाली तर ती वस्तूला आपल्याकडे खेचून घेतल्याशिवाय राहणार नाही. तसेच भगवंताच्या प्राप्तीसाठी प्रबळ इच्छा धारण केली तर भगवंत भेटतो. What he said is, sankalpa or resolution, how resolute we are, or the willpower. It's a loose translation of the word. It's not the exact. Sankalpa is something else, but somewhat a loose translation of that is a phenomenal power, he says. He says if that becomes extremely intense about anything in life, it will bring that thing to you. In the same way, if he says, if you want to reach the Lord Maharaj and want to see him in person, his true divine existence, the form, if that becomes the intense, extreme desire within you, you will see him. He will meet you. So I think this is the best affirmation. One doesn't have to go anywhere looking for anything else. So you can find material aspect as well as you can find, if you can find him, he comes to you, he says, right? He says you can attract that thing to you. That means the Bhagwantala pan khechun getil. So obviously he is also eager to come and see you. But for that extreme intense desire is necessary. When he says Ati Prabal, means the extreme intensity of that desire, means I will not think of anything else anytime. I will be absolutely submerged into his remembrance all the time because I want to see him. I want to meet him. I want to be with him. I want to be at his feet, serving him, want to be in his love, bathing all the time. If that desire becomes extreme, obviously, I will not be looking for anything, desiring anything. Any other wish will not even come on my mind's radar, so to speak. And then he's right there. Great affirmation. Jai Shri Ram. Law of attraction has come from spiritual aspect. All great devotees like Mirabai, Sant Tukaram, Jnaneshwar Maharaj, everyone, every saint has manifested the Lord in front of them because of their intense desire. So if he can be there for us, this material world is nothing. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
One has to be but wise to really understand what we really want. Why are we here as human beings? If I do not understand the value of this life as a human, then that's a sad story in one sense. On top of that, with so many lifetimes virtues, punyas that we have gathered, Maharaj has come in our life. He has taken us, showing now every step of the way, the path, guiding us, protecting us, taking us there. And then still I don't really value that. That's a real tragedy in one sense. But there is always a beginning to this because it goes in the circle. The lives under the influence of Maya, they go in circle. But when you start walking towards him, that's the destination. And that's why we are here for, to reach there. Jai Shri Ram. So use the law of attraction in the right manner. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram Damodarji, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram, Dada. Sashtang
Jai
Namaskar.
Shri Ram. Jai Shri
Dada,
Ram.
what you told just now, Dada, is perfectly what Sri Maharaj is telling in today's pravachan.
I am his loudspeaker, uncle.
He says, I am present where Nama is present, is chanted.
Absolutely.
And once you told Dada that when you chant, you keep Maharaj photo in front of you.
Yeah.
And if your intensity goes high,
True.
that Maharaj will come live in the, you can see the eyes moving and all. What you have told. I hope I am not wrong in interpreting that.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And the intensity, as you're absolutely right, the intensity as it becomes really goes deep within to the core from where we are, the true being. Then you start seeing, he starts showing you, or you start seeing because of that grace, his true form, which is the divine form. And then he takes you beyond that form. That's his true abode. That's where we are all from. We want to go home. So, and he is calling us with all of his heart, all of his love for us. It's unconditional. It's not dependent on what we are in this world. Just knowing that I'm his. He says, keep that thought uh, alive within you all the time, that you are mine. And then what else is there to achieve? Because he has everything, what we need. Jai Shri Ram.
But Dada, you are really showing us that you are present with us all the time, because just 15 days back, I mentioned to you that I got a call from my native place, Gurpur. It's a small town, about 25 kilometers from Bangalore. And there was a function that they have made a new Brahmarath, and that was to be, offered to the temple by the hands of our Swamiji. So I was not keen to go because the heavy rush there and all that, and I thought at this age to go there and get it will be strenuous plus. So I was not willing. But as you said, Dada, that the call comes from and you have told me that whenever you get an opportunity, you think that it is he has chosen you, so you should not reject. This is what you have messaged me. So the call came that day morning. It was a Saturday. I was praying Lord Venkateshwara Bhajan at home. That time from the temple trustee called me that I hope you are coming. I said, look, I am not planning. He said, no, you must come. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So just I messaged you, Dada, that when I message and you give some signal, either by Sri Ram or whatever it is, I think that I have got Dada's blessing. And when I went, I could see your presence at every stage, Dada. First of all, within 2 days to get an air ticket to Mangalore was impossible because so many marriages and whatnot going on there. All flights are full. But when I opened, I got 2 tickets for me and Nirmala easily at a normal fare that too. Otherwise, they charge 4 to 5 times the fare. So normal fare, I got the ticket, both going, coming. And there, everything went off so precisely that at the temple, previous day, on 5th morning, early morning, 7 o'clock was the function. Previous day evening, I went to the temple to visit. After darshan and all that, there was a Bhajana Mandali, which has come from Karkad, which is the native of Madhukarana. And that Bhajan Mandali is Venkatramana Bhajan Mandali. They only sing bhajans of Lord Venkateshwara, both in Kannada and all that Purandar bhajan and all that they sing. After darshan, I came and sat in the front row on a seat. Moment I sat, the next bhajan they started with Nada Tunya Nada Nirvito Sri Ram Jai Ram. So, and that is the song which you love so much, Dada, that once during COVID time, we sang with you that bhajan at on 6th floor. So it is so nice that you show the presence that you are there. And while coming back, you had so much luggage because all that prasad, tart, whatnot is heavy. The luggage was quite heavy. So I thought I'll take cabin baggage, 7 kg, some divided. I said I was prepared to pay for extra baggage. When I went and loaded on the platform, that person at the counter said, Uncle, why you want to carry hand baggage and all that? Put everything here, I'll take. Without charging a penny, more than 50, 60 kilo weight he has taken. That all shows what kind of grace you are showing now. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram, Minal, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram, Nitin Dada.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram to all of you. Dada, my mind is like, I don't know, it's a bit confusing, or maybe I'm going off track. just it is regarding the difference between Shri Maharaj and the experiences of the Shri Maharaj. Like, I know that the experiences come and go, and presence doesn't come and go. But why my mind is still wants the experiences? Like, my mind loves like something special or something emotional, or something extraordinary, like when it comes like some like tears or joy or sign of like inner sensation, it feels like Maharaj is with me. But when it is not there, I feel like, where is Maharaj? So how do I choose the Maharaj and over the experiences, like, and not the way mind expects from me? So
Yeah,
something like
very nice. It's a interesting thing how our mind plays. But if you think in the same material manner, world, our expectation will change automatically. See, say our father is really, really stinkingly rich, right? Has all the money in the world. And then, but every time we have to ask for money, right? And he sends without any questions, no grudges, nothing. He just keeps on sending money. As soon as we ask, the money is there. Would you like to do that versus if he is there with you, then you don't have to ask ever. That way, then he knows when you need and he's always dishing it out for you. That's what the difference is between Maharaj's experience and Maharaj himself. When he is there, you don't have to ask for anything ever. And what he gives lasts forever. In the material world, everything, even if there is unlimited supply of cash, things, people, it will perish one day. Or I will perish one day, and then it will start all over again. With him, he is always there in all my lifetimes. Even in the future, if there is infinite number of lifetimes, I'm saying, that's fine, but you are stuck with me. So I'm happy. So that's the difference between having him, Maharaj, with me, and then his grace, which gives me experiences. His grace has two different categories. One is the material grace, and one is the spiritual grace, which is a higher grade grace, so to speak, which lasts beyond one lifetime. Material grace, everything gets better in this material world, but it will end with me. As soon as this material body ends, all of that wealth is somebody else's. But in spiritual grace, I can take forward. That's the rule of the game set by him. Nobody can change that, challenge that, we like it or not. That's how it is. But the best part is that spiritual grace is so phenomenally beautiful, phenomenally loving, that the warmth of that grace itself is, we said, no, no, obviously I want this. This is the best rule of the game because I can carry it forward into my next life. So I want the spiritual grace. So even if the experiences give me the joy and the tears flow, that experience ends someday. And then we want another experience. While here, I get him who creates those experiences for me. So who do I really want? Just experiences, or you be with me? And then I enjoy your show, you create experiences for many, while I witness them all the time. That's the best part about Maharaj being with us versus his experiences that we see around. Anusandhan is what he talks about, is about his experiences. We talk about his stories, how he was present in those many devotees' lives, and then how he helped them. Some of them on the spiritual level, some of them on the material level. The funny thing I'm going to say that today, which is a little bit of courage, I'm going to say this. The real spiritual strength is where the material aspect of life goes down and one finds Maharaj's presence getting bigger in life. So without getting the material life fixed, one starts seeing his presence more and more. You see what I'm saying? It's exactly the opposite what we have been working for. Not you as such, not all of you as such. Most of the human race working towards, right? We want God's grace to fix my family, to fix my problems. And wherever the problems are fixed, just like that, we say, oh, that's so much grace on you. But what Maharaj is giving is the absolutely perpetual, untouchable contentment and happiness of the heart, which rises so much above this turbulent material life that none of the joys or the sorrows can even come close to touching the contentment and the happiness of your heart. That comes from Maharaj directly. That's the spiritual grace. See, we today struggle for our family, our well-being, our families, loved ones' well-being, the money aspect, the health, the relationship, the status in the society. Okay. And then life ends like it ended before last time. What did we bring along? None of the wisdom, none of the money, no status, no relations, nothing. We started all over again where he put us, where I took birth, right? To which parents, which family, and all of that. So what did I bring along? Based on what he put me wherever I am today, based on his presence in my life or the lack of. So if I want even a materialistically better life, I want his presence on a much larger scale. Then the material life happens. But why? Because it will happen, because it's going to happen. What I really want to happen or change in my life is the spiritual grace. And that comes because of his presence. Otherwise, his material grace is the miracles, the different things, and his love that I see here and there in my life I see. And then it stops. So how do I get him? So in today's pravachan, he says, wherever there is Naam, I am there. He has put me ahits. I am there. He's not saying I will be around. No, I am there. Don't even doubt it, he says, basically. Don't even question it. So if I want him, repeat the mantra. And then the experiences will happen. They'll just flow because that's what he does. But we are not interested in those experiences. We are really interested in his company, the divine company. That's something else. It's beyond this universe. And we are all equally capacitated to get there, to find him and to be with him as such. Being his child, it's the absolute birthright, so to speak, right? I want your estate. How much? All of it. I'm your child. And that's what we want. So don't want those glimpses here and there. Glimpses are good. They bring the joy within us so that I can do more jap, more malas, more rounds of rosary with the mantra. That's the whole purpose of these stories in life. Anusandhan is not the real sadhana. The repetition of the mantra is the real practice, spiritual practice. Maharaj has told every single being, all of his moments of his life, same thing, repeat the mantra. Mantra and I are the same. Not the grace or the miracles and all is me. That just comes because he is there, grace flows. Grace is a part of the facet, one of the facets of his infinite facets, that it will just be there. I cannot even say because the sun there is light, because even clouds come and it becomes dark down here. But if he is there, grace is there. You don't have to ask for his grace. So I always say, don't ask, oh, please show me your grace, give me your grace. No, krupa kara. No, it's free. Grace is free. You want him, then the grace is free. So we have to be wise in asking what we really want. And that's why we have been given the IQ. So filter all the Maya and be really sharp here in asking the right thing, which will last for lifetimes. Then none of these challenges happen. They happen and you don't even notice it. Then it doesn't happen. It's like it didn't happen, right? Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram Pallavi, please go ahead.
Nitin Dada, Sashtang Namaskar.
Jai Shri Ram.
Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram to all of you. You just answered my question just now, but like when there is when I chant and when I get experience of happiness without reason, so that time I'm so happy, my mind is fulfilled. So I just want to grab that moment, and why I can't be in that moment always.
Because the Nam stops. Since it's the result of the repetition of the mantra, right? So as it stops, see, if you'll see this for sure. You must have seen this for all of you must have got this at least once. If you repeat the mantra with all your heart, you get that happiness, that state of happiness, which is without a reason, without any reason. You're just there. You're just happy for no reason. But then it slowly vanishes and we come back into our normal life. That has happened because there was the mantra repetition. And mantra, why mantra gives that state? Because mantra is present in the universe without a reason. That's the power that is sustaining, that created the universe, sustaining the universe all the time. So obviously, as you get its company, you get attached to it, its qualities come within you. And you will see, as soon as, even if you stop the mantra, the state remains for a while. It's not like a switch on and off of a light bulb. You turn it off, the light is gone now. It doesn't happen. That's the power of the mantra repetition. So the more one keeps the company of the mantra, the state will stay longer. And then none of the other activities, the challenges or the things that happen in our lives, they affect that state because you're happy without a reason. We get happiness from the material life, but because of something. And as soon as that reason is weakened, the happiness gets weakened and wither away. So that's the power of mantra repetition and the happiness that comes because of that. It stays, even if you have stopped the mantra, it stays for a while. So if your mantra repetition is for a longer time, the happiness stays for longer time. It can stay just like that for days, for weeks. And then if you're in constant repetition, then that happiness is the state of Sri Maharaj himself. Jai Shri Ram. That's why his command or his loving request, as he puts it, saying, please repeat the mantra constantly. Satat Nam Jai. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram, Ameya, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram, Dada Sashtang.
Jai Shri Ram.
I just wanted to say something that the words like thank you or any words of gratitude are just impossible to measure, like what we get from you.
No,
in every aspect.
If I may interrupt, that's why we say Jai Shri Ram for everything. Those are the best words that can express everything. Even if I am complaining, I can say Jai Shri Ram Maharaj. He knows what I'm talking about. If I am happy, I can say Jai Shri Ram. If I want to say thank you, I say Jai Shri Ram. I say forgive me, I say Jai Shri Ram. Because he is within me, he knows everything. So it puts me in touch with him immediately with Jai Shri Ram. Because thank you sometimes with our normal mundane life has happened like a colloquial words. It's like somebody does something, I say thank you. And then I move on. Here, I don't want to move on. I want to be with him. So I say, Jai Shri Ram. Oh, that means you are here with me. So I have said thank you, conveyed the gratitude, as well as I know that you are here with me. That brings further more joy within us. So good morning and work also within Jai Shri Ram. So if the person is non-Indian, non-Marathi, whoever doesn't understand, then within us we say Jai Shri Ram. Everything becomes Jai Shri Ram. Indira, I give Indira chai, she gives me chai, I give her something, we say Jai Shri Ram. Good night is Jai Shri Ram always. Everything is about Sri Maharaj and always saying Jai Shri Ram. So that's what is opening the windows and doors of our mind to His grace. Just repetition of this mantra. That's so beautiful. And it's such a simple thing, but it's a great trick to be there with Him in His presence by saying these words. So nice. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram.
The way you have previously said in satsangs around like the need for like Maharaj being what he is, and then why does he have to come for us, and why does he have to take a form and do all this? Like it's basically the same thing. I mean, that's the same bhav or feeling.
Yeah.
For you, Dada.
It shows its unconditional. It shows its unconditional love for us. Really unconditional. His love is unfathomable. We can't even start seeing it as such. We can say, "Oh, Maharaj, help me." He says nothing. No. It's much more than, and it's literally like a lotus. You open every petal and it keeps growing within you, and it never ends. It's a lotus with infinite number of petals. It's just opening, constantly growing within. So that's why you never want to stop, because we are, one of the Shadripus is greed. And that's why we are greedy for His love. So I want more. So I can't stop repeating the mantra. He says, okay, then I'll give you more. So I said, I want more. So I keep repeating the mantra more. That's how it goes into a snowball effect before we know it. And then it's like you are in that bliss all the time. The body goes through whatever it is supposed to go through, the destiny and all that. But the mind is full with ecstatic love that just grows without a reason, constantly, just like Him. That entity is just infinite. It's just growing. Recently these astronomers are coming up, the astrophysicists, the great astrophysicist society of the world. They talk about in the known universe, they talk about some trillion galaxies. And then they find out that the galaxy is such a huge mass, right, is going away from each other faster than the speed of light, they say. So if they say if the universe is growing that fast, how vast this universe is going to be of the known universe? And that's about the known universe, which is very little. If we open and go up on a terrace on an open road and see the sky at night, there is no end how far, even in one direction, if we keep seeing, how far we can see. In sense, the light can go from us. There is no end. And that being who created all this has come and taken birth for us in a village in Gondavle, and is now a part of our life. He says, yeah, now I am part of your life. Please recognize that I am part of your life. I said, my goodness, why? Why would you do such a thing? He says, because you are mine. Ata tummi माझे झाला. Ata म्हणजे at least now you realize from now on that you are mine. What love! It's like unfathomable. It's enormous love. So many people we say, sorry, forgive me, चूक झाली. Maharaj says, your mistakes are like child playing and making mistakes. I really relish those. But for your own sake, don't repeat those. Because you make a mistake by forgetting that you are mine. If you remember that, there is no mistake. So His love is something else. I said, for His status to come down to what level for us? and live like a commoner for us, go through the same pain of family matters like ours, and just to show his love for us. All of that he has to go through, sustain, and still show what you are here for, who is really yours, who is really there to protect you in loving warmth and such. And if I look at myself, I haven't done anything of that caliber in my mind. For him to come down to do this for anything for me. But he does. So then I start saying, there must be something within me. That's why you're doing this for me. Because otherwise, in other way, I am disrespecting, saying, oh, you don't know how disqualified I am, but you are giving me your grace. It's like I'm insulting his intelligence now by being false modest. No, I'm nobody. I'm really nobody, Maharaj. You're giving me too much. Maharaj is as if I don't know how much I have to give. So the real following is saying, I know, and that's the best part about my life is that I know now that I'm yours. Maharaj, and in one of his discourses, he says in Marathi, मी फक्त भगवंताचा आहे हे दररोज सांगत जावं स्वतःला. मला माहित नाही, मी म्हणतो आता तुम्ही माझे झाला. That is good enough for me. In other words, that's what he has said. मला भगवंत कोण माहित नाही. I don't know who भगवंत is, but I know who Maharaj is. And then it's very easy to connect myself with him. He was another family person, just like me, married twice, had children, passed away, all of that. Had lived in poverty, walked all over India, barefoot sometimes, did all of that. Starving happened, everything happened. I know, he knows my pain. And he is beyond. That's then once you get into his realm and start going inside, because of the Naam, he takes you into that state. Then you realize, no. This entity is not something just I can relate to. This is something that unless he bestows his grace upon me, I won't be able to see what he wants to see, show me, etc. And that's again his kindness. Whether I am there or not, he wants to show what we are made of, that I am his part, I am his child. He is the only true benevolent entity that exists, always working for my betterment. Always. I always say this. My father told Maharaj on his face, with Tatya Sahib Vanirup, right? He said, I am an atheist. Maharaj smiled. Now, if you think about this, it's like I'm saying, Ameya, you don't exist for me. To your face. I'm saying, you are nobody. In front of everybody, I'm saying this to you. In your company, I come and say, you are like nobody. You don't exist. You're not zero. You just do not exist. Even to give you zero value, that means you exist. Here I'm saying you do not exist. You're that small. That's what my father told him. And he said, you do mantra and you're still mine. And he wrapped him in mantra in such a manner, such love, so much love. So he says, there are no mistakes with me. He is phenomenal. What can I can keep talking and then I still won't be able to explain what I want to really say. Jai Shri.
Jai Shri Ram, Dada.
Jai Shri Ram.
All I want to say is that all the things that you've said, that's what like me feel for you. Because why do you have to come to these satsangs and tell us like all of
because
this?
Because I love to see all of your love for Maharaj. Your love for Maharaj is something else. I love to see that love as such. Because that's the purest thing in the universe. His love for us. It's fantastic. Maharaj says in one of his discourses, Premane jag jinkta yeta. मला माहित नाही जग जिंकता येतं की नाही, पण प्रेमाने महाराज आपले होतात एवढं मात्र नक्की. त्यांच्या प्रेमाने, त्यांच्याच सारखं प्रेम आपण त्यांच्यावर करावं, मग काही आणखी मागायची गरज नाही. Same unconditional love when we offer. So that's why we do these practices without any expectations from him. Then it becomes a reciprocity and a two-way street as such. Otherwise, he's always giving. How do I show my love for him? That's how it is. And I really love to see you guys. Sorry I couldn't come the last time, but I waited. I think I was there, but then you guys were in the full steam blast going on. So I didn't want to again cut the link. But this time, as soon as I said, Amir probably is going, but it's going to stop, so let me interject. So wanted to see you all. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Dada, one small question.
Yes.
This is on my mind. So Adi Shankaracharya's Nirvan Shatak, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham, and today is Mahashivratri there here as well. So, and beautiful, like, background that you have. The only thing that I don't really fully understand is Chidananda Rupa. I understand, like, that's the Rupa of Maharaj, what you tell. Shivoham, the Shiva in that word is that more of like pure, or is it like Shiva?
Voham is, I am Shiva. Shiva is the pure. And the purest of all, just now, as I said, for me, is Maharaj's love. Because I understand love in the material world, and that's his is purest. So that's I am that love, he says. Chidananda Rupa, it's for perpetual bliss, Chit Ananda, right? So it's a perpetual Chaitanya at the same time, the energy and the bliss together is my form, Sat form, he says. Shivoham, that's the Satya, the pure, that stays through and through. So that's what he says. Everything is Shivoham. Shivoham is the purest, the true form of the formless. That's what he says. I am Shiva Aham. I am that. I am Shiva. The true form of the formless. Nirgun Roop, he says, na, in one sense. तुझं निर्गुण स्वरूप बघून घ्यावं. आता म्हणजे काय? मलाच कळते नाही ते. हे महाराजांची किंवा म्हणून आपले महाराज बरे ते साध्या मराठीत सांगतात, तू असं असं नाम घे, बाकीचं सगळं मी करतो. छोट्या पोरांना आम्हाला बरं की नाही. इफ वी आर स्मॉल किड्स, ही सेज यू डू ओनली रिपीट द मंत्र, रेस्ट इज अप टू मी, आय विल डू एव्हरीथिंग फॉर यू. We are then small infants, toddlers running around doing stuff, creating mess, and he is carrying us around saying, no, I know your mess, I'll clean it up, don't worry about it. Stay with me. Don't run away from me. Jai Shri Ram.
Totally, Dada. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Arushi, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram, Dada.
Jai Shri Ram.
Dashtag Namaskar.
Jai Shri Ram.
Thank you for giving us darshan on Mahashivratri, and you are Shiva himself. And thank you.
Every night is
And Jai Shri Ram.
Mahashivratri. So you repeat the mantra like Mahashivratri every night. Because he's always there.
And happy Valentine's Day while we're at it. So I wanted to talk about three things with you. The first one is actually a question from my mom that she wanted me to ask you on her behalf. And it's basically that she typically puts Om in front of the mantra.
It's okay.
And okay, I won't finish the question then. Then the second thing is last Sunday was Gajanan Maharaj's Prakat Din, and by your grace, my whole family participated in celebrating him, even my dad, and it was such a beautiful program, and we could really see that you were there with us, and that you were there in front of me.
That's your love for Maharaj. That's nice.
No, but that's the thing. I don't have any love for him.
Sure, you
Then it
do.
was just then it was there, and I don't know why I can't have that kind of emotion every day. It's only, I don't know, maybe it's my ego because of other people around or something. I don't know why.
And don't go in analyzing his love. Just enjoy his love. It is Maharaj's love. You call it Nitin Dada, that's different. The names are different, forms are different, but the love is the same.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Shri
Jai Shri
for that
Ram. Jai Shri Ram.
beautiful
Jai Shri Ram.
experience for my whole family. And oh yes, the last thing was that last time you joined the US satsang physically, we spoke about doing a sankalpa to try to be better in general, and by your grace, it has been happening. I think
Jai Shri
bit
Ram.
better, but Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
But I realized that I've still been so lazy about it and about being better and about wanting to be better. And I want to just say to you that I'm going to try to be better from now on. I'm not going to try to be
Fine.
so lazy, and I'm
Try
sorry.
with all your heart.
Thank you.
Maharaj will help you. But try, really. All we have to do is just try. Maharaj has always said, even in repeating the mantra, he just said, you try. The rest is with me. Give your 100% earnest efforts. In Marathi, he says, Kasun ani sachotine. Earnest efforts and Kasun is 100%. Do this too. In everything that you do, even in your duty, whatever duty that for you it's studying. So study with these two qualities with your focus. Same thing in repeating the mantra. That's it. The rest is with him. And it's way beyond our pay grade anyway. So don't worry about doing anything else. Why do bosses job unnecessarily, right? Let the boss
No,
do
not
his job.
just
We are
that.
at a small pay grade. Let's be there and be happy. He's doing all our work, even though it is ours. He's doing it for us. So, who gets a boss like that? I have never found a boss like that, who pays me also, does my work also, and he says, "I'm your boss, but I'm your servant, working like your servant." Just for our love. That's what he does. I said, my goodness, I'm never going to leave this employment. Never ever. I don't want to retire. He says there is no retirement anyways. So both of us are happy. This is the best employment I've ever found. And without applying, he said, because you have already applied. I sent you with the application already. That was submitted by you. I said, okay, done deal. Everything is taken care of. What else do I want? Good. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. God bless.
Namaskar.
Jai Shri Ram, Ian, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Ram, military boy. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram.
I wanted to see you for so long. Yeah.
You repeat your mantra whenever possible. The rest, I know you are very busy, very rigorous curriculum, everything. But in your mind, you always repeat the mantra. You will find your Baba Maharaj always there with you.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Dada, the one question is in the environment I'm in, I think anger is really encouraged as like a tool and a weapon. How I don't really want to go down that path.
No, it's for a purpose so that you focus and get that done. See, every emotion has its place in life.
Yeah.
So here, if that's you've gotten there to get trained under that. So that what they want to invoke within you, the anger for a purpose of doing something, right?
Yeah.
So you use it for that purpose and let go. It's just like if I want to cut a bread, I use the knife, then I let go. It doesn't mean I have to use the knife everywhere, right? So that's what they are teaching you. It's one of the, how would I say, it's a good practice. It allows you to control your mind's feelings. You cannot take that anger at home or to your friends or colleagues or to forget the upper hierarchy ranks, right? But you can control, you use it for that purpose, and that's it.
Jai Shri Ram, Dada.
Jai Shri Ram. For to be able to do that, repeat the mantra.
Jai Shri Ram.
Maharaj, get this done for me.
Is it okay to ask that?
That's
I,
the best way. He is the one who is getting it done for everybody. Here you request him, saying, please get this done. I want to do this, but only as a task.
Jai Shri Ram, Dada.
Jai Shri Ram. So
Thank
repeat
you.
the mantra. He is there with you. You're not alone, ever. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Good to see you.
So good to see you, Dada.
Good to see you. Jai Shri Ram. Good to see you all. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram, Nitin.
Jai
No
Shri
more
Ram.
raised hand. Would you like to say anything?
You know what Maharaj has been saying. There is nothing else that, nothing new I'm going to say. But really, what we talked about today, what is the true purpose of coming here as his, right? As a human being who understands this life in a different manner than any other species. What is the real purpose, the higher purpose, so to speak? The other purpose is the material purpose. I want to become an engineer. I want to do this. I want to have the family, make money, be happy. Be happy becomes tricky. If it is dependent on have a family, make money, and be happy, it doesn't happen. Money doesn't buy happiness. Money buys things which we think will bring happiness. And I always say this, I bought a new car, and while coming home, the stone from the front car hit the windshield. And it was like, oh gosh, the happiness is gone. And the more expensive is the car, more is the pain. What has happened? A stone hit the car. Nothing to do even with my body. But the mind's happiness is gone, evaporated in no time. Forget car. We buy brand new clothes because we want to go to a party. We go to that party in front of everybody, something spills on it. And the happiness is gone. Things, those are dead things, are taking my happiness away. Dead things. They have no power, shouldn't have any power over me, right? And still they take my happiness away. How? Because I allow it to happen. I forget that I am His, who is the ocean of the tsunamis of happiness constantly happening. And I forget what my true lineage is. And then I get involved into these things. And then, oh gosh, this happened. Oh, that happened. So I'm so happy. And the next moment this happens and I'm sad again. Why do we allow that? So think. That's what Maharaj says. Think about the pravachans or the discourses that you read. Contemplate on those and put that into practice. Just reading and contemplating doesn't mean much unless I put that into practice. It should become our way of life. Then I start realizing what Maharaj is really about, what he is really saying, where he wants me to go, in what direction he is taking me. So that's the main part about this life. If we take only this much in our life and start behaving, living this life according to that, I'm sure you won't have to read any other discourses anymore. You don't have to go any other place. You will start doing the japa. You will find him wherever you are because he's always everywhere, omnipresent. So find him in your heart. Since we don't, then we have to go on a pilgrimage, spend all the money and time and energy. But if I go there, nothing wrong in going to pilgrimage, nothing wrong in going to Gondavle, to Shirdi, to any others, Ashtavinayak, any other places. Provided I come back really charged and start doing more mantra jap, more repetition of the mantra. That's the charging. But I shouldn't be continuously looking forward to getting charged again. I need to retain that by keep repeating the mantra all the time. See, we used to go to Siddha Yoga in South Walsburg, right? And then I found, Array, if I go there, I do this, I come out, and then the whole rut starts of my work and this. How do I keep that joy going when I was with Guru Mai? So the mantra repetition started. By Guru Maharaj's grace, Maharaj's grace, it had started much before that. But then it was more intense. It's like, no, his presence is there always with me. So that's, I guess, is the crux of everything of Maharaj says. We should find him here. Otherwise, once in a while, he'll send you a loudspeaker like this. But keep repeating the mantra. Jai Shri Ram.
जय श्री राम गौतम, प्लीज गो अहेड.
जय श्री राम गौतम, तू एकदम लास्ट मिनिटाला लोकल पकडलीस. जय श्री राम. Jai Shri Ram. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. We can't hear you.
ऐकू येत नाही.
ऐकू येत नाही. अभिजित लॅग आहे त्याच्याकडे म्हणून त्याला लगेच येत नाही, नंतर समजतंय थोड्या वेळाने. जय श्रीराम. नाही, लॅग आहे. I was about to tell him to log out and come back.
जय श्रीराम. थांबूया का त्याच्यासाठी? परत येईल
Just
का?
थांबव 2 मिनिटं. आला. हो. जय श्रीराम. आय थिंक त्याला इथे येण्यामध्ये माझ्या दिसण्यामध्ये लॅग होता बहुतेक. मी आला म्हणून दिसला आणि तो आता. जय श्रीराम गौतम, ऐकू येत आहे?
तुला केला अनम्यूट मी. ऐकू येते का?
नाही, लॅग आहे. राजन दादा, कोणीतरी आहे आपल्या पुढचं. जय श्रीराम. आपल्याला भावनांमध्ये वाईट वाटायला नको. नाही अभिजित, आय थिंक एक चॅट मेसेज पाठवता येईल तर पाठव बघेल.
पाठवला ना.
पाठवलं. जय श्री राम. त्याला जस्ट लिहिलं काही माहित नाही, पण असं कळलं की जर नेक्स्ट टाइम चाललं नाही तर आम्ही सांगता करू मग पुढच्या वेळेस.
ओके.
जय श्री राम. जय श्रीराम. ऐकू येत नाहीये, लॅग आहे. पुढच्या वेळेस आम्ही सांगता करतो. As usual, we will repeat the mantra 3 times and offer salutations to Maharaj. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. श्री अनंत कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक राजाधिराज श्री सद्गुरु ब्रह्म चैतन्य रामदास श्री महाराज की जय. जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ. जय श्री राम. जय श्री राम. God bless. Jai Shri Ram.